The 97th Academy Awards. Honora would take home every award under the sun. But that Best Actor, that would go to my man Adrien Brody for his role as Laszlo Toth in The Brutalist. Adrien Brody, to me, seems like that guy, when he gets his moment, he needs to bask in the admiration of others. And he did exactly that when he gave his Oscar speech, his 6-minute Oscar speech.
Please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before.
It's gonna make me mad. This is how you're supposed to react to being played off.
Oh, please wrap up. Right, okay.
Adrien Brody accepted his Oscar like he was the first person to ever win one. Hi, I'm Zach, and welcome to Cinema This Week, where I bring you the biggest stories in movies and TV from the last 7 days. If you're new around here, make sure to like and subscribe. New episodes every Friday. So we just talked about last year's Oscars, and so I wanted to give you my Oscar predictions for this year. I did make this video a while back, but that was before the nominations even came out. Not even sure why I made that video, to be honest. But now I'd like to put my guesses out there because they are this weekend. I'm going to try my best to do this quickly. Best Casting, the newest Oscar that anyone can win, I am sure is going to go to Sinners because that is just the best ensemble cast of the year. I could also see One Battle After Another, but I didn't like that movie as much as I like Sinners, so original song is definitely going to Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, but I also really did like I Lied to You from Sinners. I'm a Sinners believer, you guys. Best original score, I would say probably Ludwig Göransson again, or Hamnet. Hamnet had a really good, powerful score. I'm gonna go Hamnet, because why not? Best international film, I really, really hope Sentimental Value takes this, because I definitely do not think they are gonna win the Best Picture, but they're up against A Secret Agent, It Was Just an Accident, Sirat, The Voice of Hind Rajab, which are all very, very powerful films that came out this year, so that's a tough one, but I'm gonna go Sentimental Value. Best Writing, adapted screenplay, I'm gonna go Train Dreams, because that movie is one I cannot stop thinking about. And then best original screenplay, I would go, Sinners or Blue Moon. I'm gonna go Blue Moon because I think Sinners has a very, very good contender for Best Picture this year. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. This one is really tough as well because I think Inga Ingsbader-Lilius was really good in Sentimental Value. I think Amy Madigan carried weapons on her back, so I think she might win there. And also Wonmi Musaku was also really, really good as a supporting character in Sinners. I'm going to go Amy Madigan just because she has the probability. And then Best Actor in a Supporting Role, I'm going Delroy Lindo. My thought on this being Stellan Skarsgård was a co-lead, Sean Penn was a co-lead, Jacob Elordi was a co-lead. The really only other supporting character was Benicio del Toro as Sensei in One Battle After Another. But I don't see him winning it for that. It was funny, but I don't think it was Best Supporting Actor material. I'm going Delroy Lindo because that was a supporting role. It wasn't this guy's gonna take over for half the movie role. He was there to support Smoke and Stack, to support the story. I don't know if that makes any sense. Best Actress, obviously Jessie Buckley. She swept everything else. If Rose Byrne wins this, I can't express how mad I'll be. That movie was bad. Best Actor, me personally, I'm guessing Ethan Hawke. He hasn't won anything this year, and I think it'd be the best way to cap off this award season is to give Ethan Hawke the Oscar. Could you imagine if I'm locked the into that left field ass? And also, I just wanted to say, for Best Director, I'm hoping it goes to Chloe Zhao again, because that was the most creative, hard thing to encapsulate that I feel like it would win Best Director, and she'd be the first Asian woman to win 2 Best Director Oscars. Finally, my final pick, I know One Battle After Another is probably going to win Best Picture because it's a film about the time, but in my brain I can hope Sinners wins. It was just like the best movie I've seen in a while. So come back next Friday because we can see how correct my guesses were together.
We come to this place for magic.
Whether you've been to AMC once or go once a week like me, we've all seen that iconic Nicole Kidman advert. Well, a couple weeks back, Kidman went on Jimmy Fallon to talk Practical Magic 2 and ended up talking about this instead. She said that they shot during COVID and that she basically produced it herself, like calling in all of these favors and stuff. And as for the Oscar-winning Nicole Kidman's paycheck,
We did it for nothing, and then it went off.
so when she says we come to this place for magic, apparently that means unpaid labor. I've been listening to Spare, Prince Harry's book, for the last couple weeks, and I just got to the part where he meets Meghan Markle, and good God does that man have rose-colored glasses on. Would you like to know who doesn't? Netflix, apparently, as they just announced their exit of the Duchess of Sussex's lifestyle brand As Ever. Netflix said in a statement, quote, "As it was always intended, Meghan will continue growing the brand and take it to its next chapter independently. And we look forward to celebrating how she continues to bring joy to households around the world." Which is basically Netflix kicking Meghan and her $64 candles to the curb. Ryan Reynolds hosted SNL last week. Not Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling. And I had high hopes for this. Ryan Gosling is a funny actor.
No, this is no longer Barbie's dream house. This shall henceforth be known as Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
I guess he doesn't translate well to SNL. The sketches were really funny, but his part in them could have been replaced with a cardboard cutout, and it would have been the same. Because Ashley Padilla, once again, carried this shit on her back, bro. Namely in this Cyclops skit where, against all odds, these Cyclops, which are like the least intellectual creatures, made it to the end of this quest that nobody had been able to complete for 1,000 years or whatever.
Go. You are his wife. Go back. Stop.
And in this sketch entitled Passing Notes, where the production team changed what they read on the notes from the rehearsal to the live taping.
Oh, it's about me. Okay. Yo, real talk. I sat behind Miss P on the bus when we took that field trip last week. She was on her phone. She uploaded a picture of herself to ChatGPT and said, "Do you have any..." She said, "Do you have any makeover tips for me?" And ChatGPT just answered no.
Oh, I forgot to mention the monologue, which was also horrendous, just so bad. The monologue is where the host promotes whatever they're there to promote, right? Project Hail Mary comes out in 2 weeks, and also Harry Styles is here. Why is Harry Styles here? Oh, we're just gonna keep talking about Harry Styles, because he's gonna be here next week. It's like Ryan Gosling is here right now. Let's talk about him. As a guy who really, really likes SNL, this was a tough week. I recently downloaded TikTok again. My algorithm locked the fuck in and got straight to the point, sending me this video.
So how good of a scare was Johnny Worthington?
This guy did 10 minutes on Johnny Worthington. First of all, how is there 10 minutes worth of stuff to know about the villain from Monsters University? And second, you can put 10-minute videos up on TikTok now? This guy's called Isacc Carlson, and he makes videos like this on all sorts of stuff, like Disney, movies, and the animation space in general. He makes my analysis videos look like shit, bro. Had me questioning my line of work. So, shout out to him, because he apparently knows more about Johnny Worthington than Disney does. To get a little more niche, I want to talk about my second favorite hobby after watching movies. Watching football. And how American football is weaseling its way into the normal kind of football. So when you sit down to watch a football match, there are no ads for 45 minutes. The only ads are at halftime. And then the second half starts, and you guessed it, still no ads. But with the World Cup coming to America next year, that might be changing. Sorry, I said that wrong. They are for sure doing this. It's just been announced recently, though. This sucks because it's like one of the selling points for football, the lack of marketing being shoved down your throat. So instead of being able to enjoy the camaraderie of watching your country during the World Cup, football fans will be enjoying America's favorite sport, advertising.
Hey, yo!
let's wrap up this CTW with our movie of the week, Call Me By Your Name. I know everyone's probably sick of hearing about Timothée Chalamet at this point, but I really, really wanted to talk about this movie. Call Me By Your Name is the love story between Elio, a Italian, French, American teenager, set in the north of Italy, where his family hires an intern for the summer that is doing their graduate work and like needs hours or whatever. And Elio and Oliver, that's the guy's name, they end up falling in love. And they don't realize this for a long time, but there's like subtle signs, like they'll touch their shoulder, they'll comfort each other when they get a nosebleed, they want to hear each other playing the piano. And so one of the things in the movie is these Sufjan Stevens songs. Sufjan Stevens has a really very calm vibe, is the way to put it, and the songs are used 3 times throughout the movie. 3 different of his songs are used, and the one is when Elio realizes that he's in love with Oliver, because Oliver goes away for a few days to like hang out with other friends that he's made in town, and while he's waiting around, the song plays for Elio, and it's like, oh, this is a significant part, because up to that point, the score is mostly classical piano music, but now it's like this lo-fi song that is like just a guitar and a guy singing, and it's like that you can tell that you're supposed to notice it. The second time it's used is when it's their end of the summer trip, and Oliver needs to go up to the north to visit another university, and so Elio goes with him, and they have like a weekend away together. It plays while they're exploring the even more north of Italy. I think it's Oliver realizing he's in love with Elio at that point. And then finally, the third song is used at the end when they get a call from Oliver, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna get married. And it's Elio's processing of those emotions fireside. And this is a very iconic scene in film, I think, no matter if you've seen the film or not, where he's crying by the fire and it's playing, you can hear visions of Gideon. And it's just so powerful to see the rise, the mutual like recognition of love, and then the solo crushing of what they had will never be had again. Throughout the summer also, Elio kind of rebels with this girl called Marcia, who is a French girl that lives in town or something, and he's involved with her while he's involved with Oliver. And once Elio comes back from his trip alone, him and Marcia have a heart-to-heart where Marcia realizes that it was never really about her. It was Elio kind of needing this outlet for these emotions that he couldn't bring up in this other thing he was doing. And so they just shake hands and they say, can we be friends? And Elio goes, pour la vie. And he goes, pour la vie. It means for life. And so it's not that she will maybe ever know what happened or know exactly why they're not romantic anymore. It's a mutual understanding of I'll be here for you no matter what. And I think that's very beautiful. Another thing also happens when Elio gets home from the trip, and it is Mr. Perlman's monologue. This is like another really, really special, important thing that I think a lot of queer people, or not even, like, you don't even have to be queer to understand the monologue, but it's very much, because this film is queer, it's very much resonates with us. It's so beautiful. I can't begin to, like, try and recreate it, but he basically says you need to allow yourself to feel, because if you just shove it down, you're gonna be not able to bring love like that into who you meet next, because you probably aren't going to see Oliver ever again, but you will continue to have wonderful relationships that you need to be able to be your full self for. And if you're holding back this part of you that was Oliver's, then it's never going to be a good thing for you. Like, you need to let those feelings be there. You need to feel. You need to recognize that, and that was something very, very special, and that's not the last time that's going to happen, but it is the first time, and you'll remember it. That's going to do it for this week's CTW. If there's a story you want me to cover next time, let me know in the comments. I'm Zach, and I'll see you next week.